Yeah, so I don't know. Been feeling like playing this again since watching the DS3 no hit tournament and commentating on part of it. Feels kind of weird to not play it myself, you know. So I don't know if you guys caught the no hit tournament yesterday. I know I posted about it in the Discord, but I did have the opportunity to co-commentate the match yesterday with McRaptor and Gino. So I had fun with it. Actually, no, that wasn't yesterday. That was 2 days ago. Yesterday I was sick. And didn't do anything really. It was fun to listen to. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Because I had fun with it, but I wasn't sure, you know, first off how it would go, because I've never like shoutcasted or commentated anything before. So I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how well received it would be. I don't think there were really any complaints, so to speak. Isn't the weapon art supposed to be... Wait, that's not the weapon art, that's... How does this work? What the heck? How does this work? Okay. So you weapon art and then right trigger while it's in the ground and it just casts a random spell of 3. Okay. Very interesting. I'll have to play around with that. I'll have to play around with that for sure. It's pretty neat though. It's pretty neat. Cause I didn't know what that like explosion thing was. Oh man. Alright, we're gonna have to try and use weapon art. Maybe frequently. We'll see what our openings are like. Jinxing it early in the... I know. I mean, but... You, like, can't blame him for making the comment. Right? Not that it's... Yeah, it's just... It was just very unlikely. Like I said, it's technically possible, but the probability of it is very low. But, like anything with professional sports or any sort of head-to-head competition, the reason that you don't just have the... Right, the reason you have betting odds, right, that shows the favorability, but the reason you still play the match is because anything can happen. So, no discredit, you know, on anyone's part, you know, for how they played. It's just very unlikely. It's a mental game, though. I mean, we made the comparison to golf just as far as, like, lowest score wins, but... It really is a very mental thing. If you take hits in places where you don't normally take hits, yeah, you've seen it happen with tons of runners, right? Not tons, but you've seen it happen on several occasions that you just get tilted and start racking up. I don't know what that was. Start racking up hits when you normally wouldn't, right? I mean, even in that first round, Faraz took 5 hits, and 3 of them. Yeah, two successive hits were from tilt, so you can't really, you know what's gonna happen. Never gets his bet correct. Makes what it seems at the time pretty good bet. Still doesn't get it right. Yeah. I mean, you feel bad, right? You feel bad at the same time because it's like I said, it's a mental thing. So it's a pretty tough mental situation to deal with. But it's the game. It makes things interesting. Right. It was neat to at least see the extra time. You know, the overtime type of situation. Overtime definitely lends itself better to the more experienced runners, I would say. You know, so if you're the underdog and you push overtime, likely you're not as well versed in the extra bosses. Early. Get out of here. I wasn't sure that was going to be timed properly. I really had no idea if that was going to be on point or not. I should have just done like a quick little lightning arrow snipe to finish that. But the fancy riposts are just too much fun. You don't get to see that happen as much because a lot of people don't do it. We're not going here, we're going to Dancer. I know how this works. The overtime boss rush over fastest run. I do too. I think that the faster run lends itself a lot better to Bloodborne. Bloodborne doesn't really have fights that'll drag on too much. I mean, it can, but for the most part, you know, ROM's not really gonna take too long. Shadows can be a little bit longer, and, you know, Mikolash and Nurse can be a little bit longer depending on how you fight them. But I think the run's short enough that it just makes more sense. It just makes more sense to have that one be time-based. I think DS3 time-wise, it makes more sense to go with the extra content. Hey Wider, what's up, dude? It is indeed. I don't know about famous, but I'm here. What is Crucifix of the Mad King actually classified as? Because up until now, I thought it was a staff. TBH. It is a halberd. That's kind of what I figured from the weapon art. So is that just a buff that I got? Okay, I need to move my mic. My mic is a little bit too high up. Gotta love not being able to see what Dancer's doing. I can't. It's like, you could no-hit this fight, but you are trapped in the corners, so no. Poise buff, gotcha. Well, you know, who doesn't love poise in DS3, huh? Whoops. I know what I'm doing. See, I know what I'm doing. I know. Yeah, I figured based on the moveset that it was a halberd, but it's a pretty badass looking weapon. Just the way you hold it, though, it reminds me very much so of a staff, but when you look at it closer, it has that like almost, yeah, it is a halberd, because it's got that axe-like head. Ooh, halberd. I don't need that. Oh, so we're gonna be no parries on champ. A buff, a roar, and a floating ball of doom. I like the floating ball of doom was pretty badass. But what triggers it? Because mine got triggered on like a trade with Gundyr. So is it... Is it when you get hit? Oh, okay, it's a time-based event. It's still pretty sweet though. Ain't this the prettiest woman you've ever seen? The hairstyle actually fits for the whole gender-neutral thing. We just don't have the boobs. We've got that slightly longer haircut. Wait, the ball of doom can hurt you? Really? Well, that's... As you just have to, like, dodge when it goes off? Or are you saying, like, the actual blast itself? Gotcha. So you just have to be, like, far enough away from... Oh, you have to roll it, huh? I guess we'll see when it actually goes off again. Because I only have gotten it that one time. We didn't get it against Vordor Dancer. Ba ba ba. Spawns and follows you, so it has to be dodged. I just didn't know, like, when it goes off, if you have to be close to an enemy for it to go off. Or are you saying it just detonates, like, on top of you? It's not something that is like a projectile, for instance. Know what I mean? Yeah, okay. So I was thinking of like a honing projectile. That's more so what I was thinking of, but I got you. I guess we're not getting the shortcut. I didn't even realize I skipped it until now. I don't know, it is really cool how, you know, I can just put this game down, though, for days at a time and come back to it, and it still just feels so natural. I was just debating what I wanted to play tonight. Like, if I wanted to do DS3, or if we wanted to, you know, do some Pokemon runs, if we wanted to do... I'm kind of thinking that I should get into a blind playthrough of something. But I feel like I should start getting some blind playthroughs in. I have not played The Last of Us. Also, welcome back, Enduritize. I'd have to buy that, but yeah, I should probably get that game. I should have bought it when it went on sale. This is my opportunity. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I could kind of tell it was gonna happen, but at the same time, I do like how you can delay that, though. I do like that you can delay the shot, wait for him to do the sprint, and then go. I don't know if it would have been worthwhile to try for the weapon art when he got staggered there. Hey, Golden Arrow. About Rocket League later? I mean, it's a possibility. I'll have to see what kind of time we have and what I'm in the mood for. It might be Path of Exile, but honestly, we'll just have to... We'll just play it by ear. Whipping our finish? Almost. I can try and just let the ball go off on him. Or not, it's just gonna go off on me. Well, that's overkill. Right up the mouth. Oh, man. Right down his throat. That, just imagine having this thing shoved down your throat. That's gotta be uncomfortable. That has to be extremely painful. I mean, you're dead anyway when it does go in your mouth, but still. Gotta taste nasty. I mean, what do you got? What are you working with? Yeah, you got like a skull and stuff, so it's just old bone and yeah. No good flavor. No good flavor. I rolled that, but okay. But okay. You can get The Last of Us on PS4, right? I have some other games, like I've got some Batman games. I think I have 1 or 2 Batman games. I think I have 2 Batman games. Amongst some other stuff. So I guess I'll just have to figure out like interest in which games and start getting blind playthroughs mixed in. I picked up the NES, like the Switch Online service, so I have Legend of Zelda, like the OG Legend of Zelda. I'd like to do a playthrough of that. But yeah, making some straw polls and getting a priority list would probably be good. See if maybe I can start picking up some maybe some like old GameCube stuff. See what my friend has. He said he gave the old Legend of Zelda games his mom has. I rolled that, but this probably has a really long recovery. So I'd have to probably just buy those. Already did a list, but didn't play anything at the end. Yeah, that's like when we went back to Souls, I think, is when yeah, that's got a really long recovery. I made a list a while ago, and then we didn't finish it because of... Souls taking over our life. It's only 20 bucks. Yeah, I think it was on sale for like 15. Not that it's a big difference. I should probably just take it. I did it! Oh, like, nice 360 there. Nice 360 there. Yeah, I should... There are games that I should get around to. Be a proper variety streamer. I still have... See, the thing is, I still have, like, Witchers 1, 2, and 3. But 3 is on Xbox. And I feel like they're just such hard games to play because they're like really long stories, which I feel like Last of Us is much, much shorter. So it wouldn't be as big of a deal. Yeah, Witcher 3 is just super long. But like Witcher 1 and 2, I don't know. Super long, but damn, is it good? Yeah, that's the trade-off, right? That's the trade-off. It's just a big commitment. It's just a big commitment, and like, I feel like if I'm gonna commit that much time to something, you wanna have, you know, sizable growth from it. You know, short burst things, you're gonna pull little bits and pieces, and it's a pretty quick turnover streaming is not that fun to watch. Yeah, and I feel like... Oh, whoops. We're going this way. I feel like if you do stream it, like, I don't know, people that aren't there every single stream to keep up with the story kind of lose interest in it, right? Other ones is like it's a few days, you can catch up if you really want to. But Witcher 3 is like a few weeks. Unless you're gonna play it only like once or twice a week, make it very, very limited in scope. No, I have no poise. I have no poise. Huh. I should have done a charged R2. Ooh. Oh, we only got the stagger initially on that guy. Depends on the streamer. As a game, it isn't the most entertaining thing to watch. Yeah, and I mean, if you've got... I feel like if you're a stream that has, like, gimmicks and different things like that, one thing that could be kind of interesting is... It depends on how fluid it would be, but having the entire game be a viewer chosen, in the sense of like every dialogue option being a vote, but that could get not out of hand, but that could take even longer then because you're waiting for the votes to come in, you know. That, or is it just completely do RNG choices? I don't know. Like, I feel like if you had some way to get a better involvement into the stream, then it could be something interesting. But, I don't know. It's not a... I don't think it's a straightforward or easy solution to the problem. It's just like people say so much like, oh, you should play that game, but yeah, to stream it is not really the easiest thing. Twitch plays Witcher 3, code it, let's go. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how long that would take? Oh boy. Yeah, I'll just stop streaming for a little bit, guys. We'll make our stream a Let's Play channel. Or a Twitch Plays channel. Who am I kidding? Playing Witcher 3 is a Let's Play. Oh man, we had sick bonfire strats there. You know what? I might... We're about halfway there on Souls. I might wait and do DLC 1 at the end. Make it DLC 1 into DLC 2 to finish it, as opposed to doing early DLC 1. I don't know, just to change it up a little bit. That's not a one-shot. Here comes the parade. This is an Ember, right? Yeah. Yeah. Do your thing. Do your thing. I'll do it for you, I guess. Useless. He does like no damage. I mean, it's not no damage, but relatively insignificant. Relatively insignificant. Still haven't gotten the staff yet? What's up, Beats? It's not a staff. So problem solved. Problem solved. This is, it's Crucifix of the Mad King. It's from DLC 2. It's a guaranteed drop. You just gotta kill the invader. But it's a halberd. Fun fact. Can't get good help these days. I know, you gotta pay extra. See, people think that Souls doesn't have pay to win, but it does. It does. You gotta pay more for the giant to have extra damage. That was close. Now you know. But yeah, if you, in Gale's fight, or in Gale's boss room, rather, before you kill him, if you go to the right side, in the back of a room, you'll trigger an invader, Shira. It's the lady who's behind the door asking you to kill Midir. She invades and gives you Crucifix of the Mad King and also Sacred Chime of Filianore. I forget if she gives you anything else. I know if you do her questline, you get her outfit. I forget if you get part of her out. No, I think you get a slab as well. You get her garb if you you kill Midir and then report back to her before. I feel like you can get it. I feel like you can get her outfit without actually doing her questline. You like basically kill Midir and then go back to that door, and the door will be open. She'll be dead with her stuff. I think is how it works. Well, that was good damage. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Yes, yes. No stamina. And the balls. Hold on. Hold on. Well, that's a buff of some kind. I don't really know what I just did. Missed. As if I was gonna be able to free aim that. No way. No freaking way. Ah, yes. Oh, yes. It's the whole thing where you hit with the arm of the weapon. Okay, it's gotta be close. So I'm gonna pop the legs here. And then once the legs are popped, wow, finish off the body. Oh no, we're going second phase, aren't we? Oh, that was not. Okay. I thought that was gonna be the butt slam to second phase transition. There it is. There it is. Yes, hitboxes. Show them to me. Oh, I actually got it. Well, this is somewhat unfortunate. Going around back. Don't mind me just busting your balls. Not a lot of damage, because lightning does not get conducted very well on trees. Although, I don't know, I've seen some thunderstorms. Lightning can do some serious damage to a tree. Hop hop! I was really hoping I could line that up for this. But does not seem to be the case. Damn you. Curse you, tree. Ha ha ha. Seriously though, if you could just put your hand down. Nope, not on top. Not on top of me. I just want the fancy kill. Thank you. Wasn't really even all that fancy, to be quite honest. But yeah, the other reason why I don't really mind pushing off DLC 1 until later is we don't have enough to level. I could actually, hold on. I could do Crystal Sage and Deacons. Just scrape up a few more souls, and then we can probably sell a bunch of stuff in our inventory and maybe get the level before we hit up, what's his name? Yo, that's his name. Oh, buddy, don't think I forgot who you are. I'm sorry, please don't be mad. Yeah, Cliff Underside. For some reason, I was thinking we would have already had Road to Sacrifices, Road to Sacrifices available. But we do not. I am curious, like, if I were to go, what triggers that guy? Is it the hard fall? It's gotta be the hard fall. Six strats. But if I were to go back and do like a no-hit attempt, right? If I decided I want to participate in the tournament and I have the time, because the biggest reason why I've opted out of those tournaments is I don't have the full week for it. But if I were to do a no-hit attempt again, like how well could I do it? How consistently? I feel like I could do fairly well. It would just be a matter of remembering, and I don't know, my runs are pretty long in comparison to some people's. I think I was looking when we were starting up, 2 hours and 37 minutes was my no-hit time, albeit there were, I think, 2 bathroom breaks in that run. But what? Sick jump strats? I don't know why my character keeps jumping, even though I'm letting off before I roll. But that looked pretty badass. It was like I jumped right over the blade. And then my character didn't even do the roll recovery. And just kept on running. But yeah, I think with trying to be efficient on things, and if you get a good, if you get a good Deacons fight and such, like that's one thing that took up a bunch of time, I believe, on our on the run we got. I think Deacons just like ate up so much time. Hey Leaf, what's up, man? Who is this? This is the sunburnt version of myself. This is a sunburnt version of myself. Oh man. Last night I like showered and just scrubbed my face and so much skin peeled off. It was pretty appalling. Well, that was some delayed fall damage, my goodness. Like I knew my face was peeling and I was like, I'll just scrub it. But I guess I was expecting it to kind of just come off more easily, not like get rolled off in balls. And so I put some lotion on and like some aloe afterwards, and my goodness, did my face sting. Like I was in bed for a solid like 10-15 minutes with just like this burning sensation on my face. Because it was like my skin had just peeled off and my body was trying to recover from it, and then I had put like this lotion and stuff on. I was fine after that. Like it's all good now, but yeah, for a little while. Oh good, we have the ball of death on us. Well, weapon, this is the Crucifix of the Mad King. So the NPC invader Shira in the second DLC in Gale's boss room, this is the weapon that they use. Oh, nice. There was a slight hesitation on the teleport there. Think you skipped over? I might fight Shira when we get there just for the sake of it. Ow, no, no, no. Magic damage is not fun. Now you're listening to Goodbye Horses? I'm not familiar with that song. See, when you said it puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose, I was thinking of, it puts the lotion in the pocket. She puts the lotion on the skin. The Eminem song. I forget which song it is, though. Deuce, welcome back. Silence of the Lamb? What? What? I'm not sure I follow. That's what you were quoting? Wait, is it called Goodbye Horses? Oh, Silence of the Lambs. I'm so confused. I've never seen Silence of the Lambs, so that's where my confusion comes from. Any reference to that film will go directly over my head. Should probably watch it. I should probably watch a lot of things. Should probably watch a lot of things. Yeah, it has been a little while since I've done DS3. It's probably been a week or two. At least. But yeah, I've been trying to switch it up. I should probably have DS3 in more frequently than I have been. But I don't want DS3 to be my main source of content, mostly because I don't have enough content to make out of DS3 to have it be the main thing all the time. And I want to expand into, yeah, more than just Souls. I don't want to be just a Souls streamer. Like, that's what I've done for a long time, and it hasn't fully paid dividends, and I don't know. There's so much more out there. Hey, Midnight, welcome back. Mr. Deku, how are you doing? I have not watched Lord of the Rings yet. I know I'm supposed to. I just haven't. Kind of too good not to watch. Damn. See, no one's ever told me anything else is too good not to watch. You haven't watched them either? I know I need to. Forza Horizon 4. Are they really on the fourth one of those? I knew they had Forza Horizon 1 and 2. Extended Lord of the Rings? Oh yeah, I know I have to watch the extended cut. Why wait? I have to see if Catherine will watch them with me. All the vibes of a Lord of the Rings binger? Oh, really? Oh, really? What about me makes it seem like I would binge watch Lord of the Rings? I'm curious. Yeah, only 12 hours. Only. Marathons are easy peasy. Nerd. Oh, well, yeah, I'm a nerd. That's probably what those vibes are, huh? Fair enough. Fair enough. Any other things that I'd be inclined to because of my nerdhood? I actually don't have a nerd hood though. I should get a hoodie that when you put the hood up, it says nerd across the front. That'd be good. No, but binging it is for nerds, apparently. Fourth one is coming out on the 2nd of October. Gotcha. I don't know. I haven't played a racing game in so damn long. Although it probably would be a ton of fun. I think the last, like, racing game, especially in that kind of setting that I got, besides Mario Kart doesn't count towards this, was probably Test Drive Unlimited 2. Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who. Never seen any of them. Fantasy style things? I do, like, I just haven't really watched the films. That's the funny thing. You know, like, I like these games, I like Elder Scrolls, I like that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I tried to watch Lord of the Rings, I think when I was too young, and it was also like a really hot day and I was tired, so I fell asleep during the first one, didn't really make it too far. I didn't have friends that played Dungeons and Dragons growing up, so like, I was never introduced to those things. Not to say I wouldn't enjoy it, I will say, however, that the role-playing thing is a foreign concept to me. I've never role-played anything before. At least not intentionally. I guess I just wonder, like, how do Forza and stuff do for streaming? Because, like, I always enjoyed those games. Especially, like, the open world ones. You get a house, you buy cars, you do the street races and shit. Come join this nobody. This newbie D&D with you that starts tomorrow. You're all doing it online. See, that's the thing too. I have seen that there's the online one. My friend actually, he plays with friends of his back home, and they do the online D&D campaigns, which is a pretty convenient way to do it, honestly, and it makes it way easier to stream than like a tabletop. Ooh. My stomach is not so happy there, I see. Positive. What's up, man? Thank you for the host, dude. How was your run? Last I saw you were at 1 hit, but I had to head out before you finished. But welcome on in, everybody, from Positive Stream. We're doing some max new game shenanigans currently on New Game Plus 73, I believe it is, with this character. I think that was 4. I can count. I can count. Choked to Cinder. Oh no. Oh no, because I think you were ahead 1 hit to 2. So what happened at Cinder, like, hits-wise? Damn, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Friend of yours wants to get into dungeon mastering, so he's gonna teach a bunch of you guys how to play D&D. Okay, very nice. Hey Marv, what's up? You were 2-2, you choked, took 4 hits. Damn, it happens, man. It happens. As long as you had fun with it and gave it your all, I mean, that's all you can really ask of yourself, right? Yeah, things are gonna happen. That's why you play the game. You know, some days you'll get really, really good runs, and other days you just won't play as well. You know, pressure is all a part of it. I hate this boss fight. DPS isn't like super low, but at the same time, it kind of is. What do the skulls do? They allure. So the deacons actually will follow the skull. Okay. They'll follow the skull. How am I doing these sick backstabs? I'm getting some nice rotation on that. Bringer of flowers, how are you doing? But yeah, so they'll, as you see, they're all like following the skull after I throw it. So you try and space them out. It frees up some space and allows you to get some hits in. Oh, you're both not dead? Okay, so now this is the fun part. You get these curse guys. You just gotta backstab them to end the curse buildup. Ow. Do. Ah. This fight just becomes a complete clusterfuck. No more healing. Okay, apparently we've got so this is the part of the fight that nobody really gets to see because normally they kill them so fast. But in case you were curious, it is not fun. You want to kill the healers first. The healers don't respawn, they're the blue guys. And then when the curse buildup starts, you just want to backstab one of these guys. Casting into the sky. What I was trying to do there is hit the Archdeacon while that cast is going, and that'll cancel it. But we're out of skulls, yes. So now it's really fun. Alright. Although that actually did quite a bit as far as AoE is concerned. Yes. Excellent. Yeah, so this fight, really the lower your damage output on them, the less of a joke they become. So I know a lot of you, obviously, having watched the hit list stuff coming in from Positive Stream, this is quite different. You actually get to see the second phase play out. The higher the new game, the more of a no-hit run it becomes. To an extent, there is some stuff that'll one-shot you depending on your build. But as you can see, like, we've got a pretty high stats, you know, in vigor, and our vitality is higher, which means that we can wear more armor while at the same time keeping a faster roll. So there are certain things that, yeah, you have to be more careful of, and you can die pretty fast, but you can still spec into some survivability. How long before I get max stats? I think it's another... It's a little, like, 17 new game cycles, something like that. So let's see here. I need, like, 8.8 million. So I'm gonna sell a bunch of stuff and try and see if I can get to that point. I probably can, but I'm gonna be burning through a lot of my reserves. 8 million... That's another mill. I don't need that much. I need 800,000. So that's actually good enough. Nice. I'm gonna go for... What do I want to go for? Endurance, I'm going last. It's a matter of vigor, attunement. Probably vigor. Because we actually get resistance with that as well. Do I spec? So actually on this character, I never respect it. I always just used weapons that fit what I already had available to me. Alright, so I only ever use weapons that fit the build. Which basically just meant that I used a lot of magic-based stuff later on, rather than earlier, which is fine because there's not as much stuff that has, you know, magic-based, which also pushes off like pyromancies and miracles as well, but it's not too big of a trade-off. Only 260. I know that's the saddest part. It's the saddest part of leveling things up is you just no more 69s. For a while we had like maybe 4 or 5 level 69 stats, but slowly but surely we've had to break that to get him to 99. But yeah, so that puts us at level 718. So let's see here. So we get 5 per new game cycle. So in 16, we'll be at 98. So it's about 17. It's 17 new game cycles if we just go based on Yol, which would put us right at new game plus 90. We'll hit max level. If we can squeeze out a few more levels, which I think we can, if we can squeeze out 4 levels in that time, yeah, I think we'll hit it on new game plus 89, which means that new game 90 will have max level for the entirety of it. Doing a 50-mile bike ride on Saturday. Any particular reason for that? Are you training for something? Also, I feel like I might have said something during the boss fight, and I apologize if I did not. Bringer Flowers, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Mostly for fun. Well, I have a friend that's preparing for an Iron Man. So that's his reasoning for doing bike rides of long distances. I don't think he's done a 50-mile for practice. But you've got to do, I think it's like a 2.5-mile swim, 116 miles on the bike, and then a marathon. Which is just nuts. It's pretty damn crazy that people do that. Better him than I. Better him than I. I think I could do the bike. I don't think the bike would really be that bad. Obviously, especially if I was actually training or doing any sort of exercise. But just being the nature of a sprinter, like, I don't think the marathon would go so well for me. But I think I could, if I was in shape, I think I could do the biking portion at least. I'd get bored, that's for sure. I'd get bored, but I could do it. Definitely think I could. Alright, so we don't need that anymore. Actually, I believe that should be it for the entire rest of the run, as far as the dagger goes. What do we have for Titan? Yeah. We're fine on that. It's just the large shards and chunks. But if we can make it to max level, then I'll more freely spend my souls on items. Dark Souls exercises? Yeah, really what I need is, I just need to get like a treadmill or like a stationary bike, and then we could do the streams from that. I'll just sit and like pedal the whole time. Always leg day. And then, okay. Wow. Oh wait, no, okay, I'm already poisoned. I'm like, really? That did that much to me? Magic the Gathering Arena while you watch? Sounds like a plan. Now, did you play Magic IRL prior to this, or is this your entrance into Magic. Because I feel like it's been a thing mostly that people get into it after already playing the physical game. Yeah, so I threw that skull a little bit late, which completely throws all of this off. Let me see if I can skull throw properly. Get distracted, boys. Although I think they de-aggro from the skull pretty fast, so yeah. Yep. Fun time. Fun times. Woo, okay. Started playing the physical game in '98, but stopped about 2010. So it's been a while since you've even touched the game. Now, somebody else I know through Twitch plays that, but it's been a while since they did, because they hosted me right after they did, and they were talking about it a little bit. Is it free to play? The arena is free to play, but there's another Magic the Gathering online game that's not free to play? Am I correct in that? Try Monster Hunter World. I actually have about 90 hours or so in Monster Hunter World on PS4. I have considered going back to it. But I'm not sure. I've also thought about picking up Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I just don't know if I'm really in the mood for playing Monster Hunter. I think what I would need is a goal, right? So I beat the main story. So if I had like something that I was working towards achieving with the game, then maybe I would be more inclined to play it. I think that's been my biggest struggle. Like, so for this, it's like, it's a new cosplay. It's something different, yet still the same. I think that's kind of what I've been struggling with. That's why I've been enjoying the speedruns, right? You're working towards a goal of beating your own time and such. So it's a matter of just like having individual goals for the stream. Arena's free to play. Open beta kicks in the 27th. Get a closed beta key. Also get 3 free pretty cool cards. I'm not really too interested in it. I was just curious more so about, you know, the logistics of it. The only card game I've really been interested in as of late is Slay the Spire. I played Hearthstone for a while. I don't know that I want to get into a new... I'm not sure if I want to really get into a new new card game. Teamwork makes the dream work. If I want to get into like a brand new card game, Slay the Spire is nice because it's got like that roguelike element to it, so it's different every time you play. Definitely like that aspect to it. I don't know if I want to go back to Hearthstone or try like Arena. The only thing I feel like I'd be interested in Hearthstone now is the Arena, which is odd because I was more of a constructed player. I like to know my decks and my chances with things, but I feel like Arena more so is the way to go. The problem is getting the gold to do Arena. Zombie Battleground that looks like Hearthstone is launching soon? What is the premise of that? Is it based off of anything? Or is it its own entity? Do a new profile on Monster Hunter World? I mean, I could, but I don't know. What does that give me? That just like, it's play through again from the beginning. And if I'm going to do that, I might as well buy the game again on PC, which I really don't want to buy the game again. I have tried Kingdom Hearts. I played the first 2. I beat the first 2. I didn't really enjoy it, honestly. The story was cool and all, but as far as the gameplay goes, it's not my cup of tea. Get at it. Oh wait, we can golf swing him to death? Hyper armor, never mind. Oh boy. That's a lot of damage taken. Oopsies. Pardon me for not being able to pronounce your name properly. I'll just call you Stu if that's okay, or you can let me know. I'm not actually sure how to pronounce the it's like Upstew. Upstew. There's a lot of consonants. My mind is drawing a blank on how to say it. But how are you doing, by the way? Monster Hunter World is laughable. Reminds you of a bad anime. Well, I mean, Monster Hunter has never been a story game, right? Monster Hunter World was very much westernized, so to speak, in like adding a story to it and trying to have a wider draw. So, I mean, that's a very big point. Story is just a tutorial. If you look at it that way, it's a 90-hour tutorial, because that's about how long it took me to get through the main story. Am I getting Fallout 76? I don't know. I've thought about it. I feel like I need to go back and play other Fallouts. But then that goes back to like the story driven games and such. I don't even know what that is supposed to be, Wallet. What is the image supposed to be made there? I don't think my screen goes narrow enough to actually see what that is. Oh, can't get it there either. Can I minimize this enough too? I've got no idea. I'll pretty much always be disappointed. Yeah, I mean, it's not a game meant for story. It's not a game meant for story, which is why I don't know, like, content-wise, what I would do for it, because it is just a lot of farming, you know, and how interesting that becomes over time, I'm not really sure of. Like, it's nice to be able to go through the story and know, like, this is your endpoint, so to say. You know? You play it start to finish. When a game, like, say with Dark Souls, right? I can switch it up where I have a build every new game cycle, but every new game cycle is the entirety of the game. Monster Hunter becomes, it's, you know, you're just doing certain fights, and it's a lot of grind for materials and for the gems and such. Happy they finally put Monster Hunter on more consoles. Yeah, they opened it up. That was the big thing that they were doing with Monster Hunter World, is it wasn't going to be locked down to one console. They were very much so trying to broaden it. And I think the success of it proves that going forward, they're probably going to be bringing Monster Hunter to all the consoles. Only enjoy the multiplayer with your friend. Other than that, Monster Hunter doesn't really do anything for you, so much grinding. And that's what I mean, like, to just solo everything all the time, you know, that's one way to have content and such. But you look at it from the perspective of, like, it's better with friends and such. Organizing to always have people to play with, you know, that's another struggle in and of itself. Fade Devil, thank you for the follow. Not welcome back. Marked your report as 10 minus? What does that even mean? How does one score a 10 minus? Oh, that's bad. What? He did a swipe there at the end. Oh, that was pretty swag. That was pretty swag. What's up, Devil? How are you? What movie is that from? Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's where all my alerts are from. Showed up as 100% online, so you're even more confused. Maybe he just, instead of writing 0, it was just faster to write the dash, like it was a repetition. I think I'm missing a few pieces of gear, but I have the majority of things midnight. Like, I think I'm missing the armor from the invader in Irithyll, which I will be getting that after we finish with Yol, because that invader doesn't come about. So I think it's either unhollowing or we kill Yol and then he'll invade, and then killing him you go back to a point and pick it up. Gen U now, going through the village quests before you start the hub. See, and how are you liking Gen U? Like, and how would that... How do you think that would fare with the stream? Because I'm really trying to figure things out. And because there's a big difference between playing games and streaming games. Big difference. Feels odd after playing World so long? Well, that's because it goes back to, like, the old Monster Hunter roots of gameplay. That's why it feels weird. Monster Hunter World is very much watered down in some respects, I think. I don't know if that's the right way to word it. Classic feel the handheld Monster Hunter games more. And that's what I mean. Like, it's... Monster Hunter World was very much made to hit a broader audience in terms of its mechanics and such. So I'll be interested to see if they maintain that going forward. Privet Anti-Moon, how are you doing, dude? K Comrade. Yeah, and I enjoyed World too. I enjoyed World. I'm curious to see how I would be with those games had I stuck with World longer. Because I pretty much only played Monster Hunter World in February, and then we got into the Dark Souls 3 no-hit grind. And then from there, we just started doing a lot of Dark Souls content. You enjoyed World War II? I enjoyed World War II. What? I don't remember it. It's just a memory. A long-lost memory. Although that didn't really make sense. I don't remember it. It's just a memory. That doesn't quite add up, does it? Bad streaming, only have 19 followers and 291 views. Well, okay, so views I wouldn't really worry about. Your views are gonna go up over time from having numbers elsewhere, right? And honestly, I wouldn't worry about followers, right? Because you could have, if you look at it this way, if you have 19 followers, and in theory, even just 5 of them watch you, right? Yeah, I don't know your channel. I'm just giving an example. That's a one in every 4 people that follow you watch you, right? If you have those people end up being dedicated, that's a bad hitbox. Unless you're gonna say that his hand counts. But like hell, that'd be fantastic. At 400 followers, you're averaging 100 people. Is that going to be the case? No, because that's just how Twitch works. But a big part of that is just it's time streamed, consistency, exposure, It doesn't mean you're a bad streamer. There are very good streamers that are very underexposed, and bad streamers that have a lot of exposure. So I would not put that as a downplay on yourself. Pretty good amount of followers. Still, you got hacked. Still angry about it. Damn, man. I didn't know that you got hacked. That sucks. I've been fortunate enough not to, but I don't know if you've done it. You probably should if you haven't, but having the 2-factor authentication on your account is good stuff. Someone say bad streamers. Ninja, what's up? Yes, I am bad streamer. I am bad streamer. You do now. Yeah, that's gotta be tough. That's gotta be tough. Usually only 2 to 3 people. Honestly though, so here's the stat that they normally say. 1 in every 100 people, roughly, every 1 in 100 followers will be a viewer. So 2 to 3 is actually not bad. If you look at it from that perspective, right? And so like, and you'll see it fares to be pretty true early on in people's streaming careers. Once you start to get a lot of viewers, it might, yeah, it's gonna be different for every person. But yeah, if you've got 700, or if you've got 1,000 follows, you know, you'll see somebody that's got 1,000 follows and only 10 viewers. Somebody that's got 5,000 and has 50 viewers. It's not always going to play out that way. There's going to be fluctuations within it, but 1 to 100 is roughly fairly accurate. Now there are things that are going to skew that. Like in my case, I have 5,500, but about 2,500 of those they're not follow bots, but they were from that Twitch onboarding about a year or so ago. Maybe a little bit over a year now, where basically if you were live with more than 5 people, you had the chance of just getting follows from people that made a new account on mobile. The people that get hot attention fast is because they know, yeah, exactly. And if you know somebody who also streams and is a successful streamer, like, they might host you, and if the more times they host you, not only are you getting new faces in, right? So you're going to get fresh people into your stream. They might follow, they might hang out. That'll also, though, push your viewer numbers up in the directory, thus giving even more exposure. The early bits of streaming are considered to be the hardest because you don't have regulars. Once you have regulars, each successive regular is easier to acquire because you have then a community that's sitting there. People come back because they enjoy not just the streamer but also the company of the people in the stream. You know, and it goes from there. That's why you see successful streamers like stay successful, because they're always propelled to the top of a directory. They're always going to be getting new traffic flow, you know, and people that enjoy their content and come back, they have exposure, and it just compounds. All of those people that are huge now, most of them started the exact same way. Obviously, some have like some pro gaming experience that they came from, or some other social media platform that they came from, but a large majority of them started from the ground up. Gotta get a lot of attention. Well, it depends on the game. It depends on the game and how high volume, you know, how popular the game is. But yeah, if you've got a world record in a fairly popular game, people are gonna at least know your name, right? So then when they catch you in a stream, or they, you know, catch you talking in somebody's stream or anything like that, they're gonna be like, oh hey, you're the guy that has the world record in this. Switch it up a lot between speedruns and Souls. With triple is like Spider-Man, Detroit, Red Dead 2. But you don't know what you're talking about? Oh, triple A's, okay. Yeah, I think the big thing with triple A's is like finding the right timing for it. And I think that might just be like shortly after the game comes out, but not immediately. I mean, there's certain trade-offs to it, right? Like Sekiro, I'm gonna play when it drops. But if you're looking at something like Spider-Man, if I was interested in playing, that's something I shouldn't play right away. Because it's going to be just like super heavily populated with all of the big variety streamers and whatnot. Do DS3 and sometimes World War II. Yeah, and those are going to be more on the... And that's another thing that you have to... Is there a genre that you want to stick to? Because oftentimes people that are interested in this aren't going to be so much interested in Call of Duty. You know, that's something to be considered. Another thing I would say, I guess, is like, what are you doing in the games and like how are you titling it? Because one thing I notice with some people, and I'm not saying yours, but just in general, people will have very generic titles, or they'll be like memes. Yeah, just like Dark Souls 3, it's like, great, I know you're playing Dark Souls 3, you're in the Dark Souls 3 directory. Why should I click on your stream as I'm scrolling through, right? Like, there's those types of things to be considered.
You seek the Holy Grail.
Clickbait. But in like that you're still explaining what you're doing, right? Kind of like an essay title. Yeah, you got to have something that like is interesting. You want to have it that people want to click and see what you're doing. Brickles, thank you very much for the follow. Seem to have a theme for their games. Well, so like when you're doing a playthrough of something that's popular, like just having blind in the title isn't gonna really do as much, which is why I say wait, because you're gonna be buried anyway. But what do you mean as far as a theme for the game? Typically when I'm doing a blind playthrough, like I'll put blind in the title and then I'll put like a creative title to go along with it, something related to it. It's typically just like a bad pun related to the game. Will, welcome back. How are you doing? Oh, genres, yeah. Which is why I made the comment about like Dark Souls and Call of Duty being very different. Yeah, they're very different because of their game styles, and people tend to watch similar types of games. Obviously, you're gonna have individuals that enjoy just a large variety of games. And obviously what you hope for is that you find somebody that, you find viewers that, I wrote that early, enjoy whatever you're playing, right? Because they're watching for you and not for the game. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of people are gonna watch, at least initially, because of your game, right? Because you can't search Twitch by personality. That's just not how it works. That's fine, I'm gonna tank that. Hey, YOLO. Welcome back. I can't see. That's fun. How did I phase that? Oh, did I get a headshot on him? Try to do stuff with your viewers, but none of them have DS3. Well, that's another thing too. Building your community off of like you wanna get chat involved in ways. Well, you don't necessarily have to. Some people do, but if you build your stream off of like chat participation, it can kind of nip you in the butt later, because you'll get people that only came because they got to play with the streamer. Some people really enjoy that, and that's what they go to Twitch for. So you run into the issue of like, hey, I want to play this game by myself, and then people are like, ah, that's not really as fun. I want to play. Yeah, they'll drop out. It's also harder if you don't have a lot of people, right? Because what happens if you have, say, 3 people in your stream and you're playing with both of them, they're not really going to be talking in chat anymore, right? Because they're going to be playing the game as well. So that's something to be considered, right? You don't have them then as chatters, so when somebody comes into the stream, it's just you talking, which you obviously want to be doing, but it's way easier to talk and have a conversation if you've got, you know, multiple participants in said conversation. And one thing I've noticed too is, and it makes it hard because you want to do like dual streams and different collaborative stuff. Some people enjoy it, especially if they like both streamers already. Some people enjoy collab stuff in general, but a lot of people I've found don't. They come to watch you, they don't come to watch your they like the more interactiveness with chat, so when you stream talking with other people in voice chat, yeah, you kind of lose some of that. Theme was horror games on your first account. Chose it because you love those types of games, not for the view. And that's honestly, that's the easiest way to go, right? Play things you already like, and enjoy playing, right? The people will come. That's the thing. By you being live, you're putting yourself out there. And if you're not playing stuff that's overly bogged down with people, like you'll start to make a thing. I like Dark Souls, that's why I play these games. I like RPGs, that's why I play those. I don't like horror games, that's why I've only ever played Dead Space on stream. That's the only scary game I've ever played, I think, in general. And to be honest, I didn't know it was a scary game when I started playing it. Hey nudes, I'm doing well, how about yourself? Patent the idea personality search, but like how do you'd almost have, okay, you'd have to have a third-party system where people labeled the stream, right? The people labeled the stream based on like different tags of their personality, and then you would search based on that. Running with bad totodials? I got a good totodile on my last PB. 15 attack, 10 special, and 12 speed, something like that. Starts programming the system. Do it, man. And just give me part of the, you know, I'll take just like a 20% cut. You can have the other 80%. I'll just take a little bit for the idea. My day's been better. Yesterday I was off sick from work. I stayed home sick today too. Yesterday was bad. I had food poisoning. I stayed home today because I wasn't feeling 100%. So I just, in case anything happened, I wanted to be home. So I got a lot of stuff done around the apartment. A lot of cleaning and whatnot. It was a very productive day, I would say. And I get to stream early, so I'd say overall, pretty good. Sunburn is getting better. Yes, last night there was a There was a large peeling that happened. There's a large peeling that happened. Get that golden tan? I'm gonna get tan some places. Not everywhere on my face I don't think is gonna be tan. Definitely got some red. Some heavy red spots. New horror movie, The Peeling. It'd be scary at least for the person that was peeling. Yeah, Tony got to New Game Plus 1,000. Now he did Soul Level 1 and then he's doing no hits with Jordan Peele. It'd be fitting. I hate Aldrich Arrows, man. Yes, kick him. Show him what's up. How'd I get sunburned? So I was outside and I was at a football game last Saturday and it wasn't supposed to be all nice and sunny. It was supposed to be cloudy and like comfortable out, but it ended up being hot and sunny and I just burned because I didn't have anything prepped. I was not ready in the slightest. I was at the Penn State football game. We smoked them 63-10. So that was pretty nice. Where are we going? Just a manner. Just outdoor stuff. That was like the first outdoor stuff I had done in a long time, and I regret it. And I regret it. Never again. Not until next year. Not going outside again. Nah, going outside's fine. I don't know why I ran there. Should have went before the pillar. I was like, what happens if I go after the pillar? Well, that is what happens. Yeah, I don't know. I need to get into some workout stuff, but working out outside is not gonna... Don't think that's gonna be the go-to. Yeah, no, too dangerous outside is much more safe and comforting to be inside the apartment. You know, I've got locks on the door. You know, I got 2 locks on the door, so it makes me feel pretty darn safe. Can't get to me. The sun can't get to me. Yeah, we've got our windows, but we've got blinds, so safe from the sun too. Want to stream, but you're lazy and sick? Well, I would say if you're sick, I wouldn't push yourself to stream. Yeah, take the time for you, recover. Yeah, you want to put out the best content you can, right? And if you're not feeling well, yeah, you definitely shouldn't force yourself into it. Gotta get those gains. Like the one guy on the bench warmers, no sun. Well, can you not see my face? I have sun now. Nah, we have the blinds open in parts of the apartment. These rats are in my way. I'm definitely not against the sun. I just am inside a lot, given the nature of my job and streaming. Although I could try and get... I don't know, I could get better internet and I could just become like an outdoor IRL streamer. Maybe we stream Pokemon Go all the time. I don't know, that could be interesting, right? Yeah. Go to all the fun places around me. I don't have the data for that. I also don't have an interesting enough life to go outside and stream it. It's like, I'm going to the grocery store now. Good quality content that only comes out once in a while than bad or mediocre content that comes out often or consistently. Yeah, I think that's a very good point. Yeah, to what I was saying, just with it being sick. Like yeah, I took off last night. I was not feeling well. I was throwing up earlier in the day. Like, it does not make any sense for me to have streamed that night. And like the night before, I took off, but I was still live on Twitch. I was doing, you know, no-hit commentary for that tournament. For those of you that had tuned into that, if you didn't know where I was, that's where I was. I posted it on Twitter and Discord. I hosted up the stream, I believe. Yeah, I was creating good content elsewhere, still on the platform, but at the same time, like, my name was given on it, so it's not like, yeah, I at least think there was some exposure from it. I don't know. I did get 2 follows then, like, much later, so I'm guessing that's where they came from. Maybe. Oh man, I got stomped. That was a bad roll. Pokemon Go speedrun? Okay, so what's the end condition on this though? Because it's not like beatable unless the speedrun is catching them all. Oh yeah, I've played Stardew. It's been a while since I've played it though. See, it's hard to, that's why I kind of say with the game genre stuff, right? Finding the proper balance, you know, between what games you play, because it's a very different game and it oftentimes is a very different audience. You know, some people love the super chill games, some people love the action adventure, the high skill. Anthem or Sekiro? I don't think I'm gonna play Anthem. I'm gonna play Sekiro though. That should be a launch day gameplay. Should be. What day is that supposed to release? I know it's in March. Okay, so we can't get... Maybe if I get a head start on the attack, I might be able to squeeze 2 in, but you have to delay your R1 so that you get... Yeah, you don't get a side swipe. Use the Storm Roller? Well, because it's a cosplay run, so I use what the boss or the NPC or the enemy would use to fight it, right? Only person that can use the Storm Roller is Sigurd. I don't think that even connected as a headshot, nah. Beta in January for those who pre-ordered. See, if it was like open beta, then maybe I would try it. But if it's just gonna be for people pre-ordering the game, then no, I'm good. Anthem comes out in February. Yeah, see, I'm looking forward to Sekiro, which is March. Anthem I didn't really have, because I never got on like the Destiny hype train or anything like that. So I don't have the same interest. Not that I wouldn't enjoy it. I just haven't really played them to gain that. And that goes into the whole, like, it's an FPS game. You know, how does FPS really factor into my channel? Not really. Although I love Halo, so fuck it, I'm playing Halo. Oh no, not the double combo. What's up, Flay? I got some sun on Saturday. Now we're just recovering. But what's up, man? You're not seeing it. It's not some weird glare. That is raw sunburn. And the reason I say raw is because it's a layer of skin peeled off of it, so it is most definitely raw now. You're still peeling? Hey, Mason's Fish, what's up? 700,000 souls? Because I'm on max new game, so bosses give lots and lots of souls. And it cost me about 9 million souls to level up, so I just hold on to them for a long time. Those are not connecting. That missed. There we go. Can I get a headshot? There we go. Much better. Still, one thing with the overhead on like the halberd is you have to have it lined up properly. There's no, yeah, like the follow-up swing has a wider breadth, but the overhead is just a straight line. Beginner 50,000 souls today after finishing Abyss Watchers for the first time. Felt swole. Yeah, so this is max new game. So from new game up to new game plus 7, bosses will deal more damage. Well, okay, enemies in general will deal more damage. They'll have more health, but they'll also give more souls. So, like when I kill this boss here, it'll give a couple 100,000 souls, I think. Maybe 260,000. I don't remember exactly. But GG on beating Abyss Watchers. Yeah, let's see how much it drops. It's a little bit boosted also because I have the Shield of Want. Which, if you just beat Abyss Watchers, you can't get it yet. Well, you can get it now, but... Let's see here. Okay, 165,000 souls. And my inventory is... As high as this may look, it's quite depleted from what it once was. Yeah, it cost me 9 million souls to level up. I just spent 8.8 million souls not too long ago today. And I'm well played. Thank you for asking, man. Yeah, I'm recovering from some food poisoning. Luckily, it didn't really last too much into today. I can like feel it on and off, but I haven't been sick, so that's been good. What got me? I don't know, we ordered takeout from a place because since we moved, you know, places send you all those different coupons and stuff. So we're like, you know what, well, we got pizza from there before. It was all right. Let's just try some hot subs. They've got all these coupons and whatnot. We might as well try them while they're cheaper. Try and find some local places that we like. I don't know if it was like a, what was it? It was chicken, bacon, barbecue sauce, and cheese. I don't know if the chicken was undercooked. I don't know if it was like a salmonella type thing. Although it was pretty quick to get over it if it was salmonella. I don't know. But yeah, I had that and then got sick. So that's the only thing that was different out of my diet. Had my normal stuff for lunch. It was just my order, not. She got something with chicken as well, but she got a like chicken bacon ranch thing. So she got a different thing than I did. Throwing up, but he was good for the rest of the day. Yeah, I threw up like 3 times yesterday. And then I think all I ate yesterday was a bagel. I had 1 bagel. The first half was no butter. That was like the first thing I had eaten. And then I started to feel better all of a sudden. So I had the other half with butter. If I get really burnt? Yeah, but I got burnt on Saturday. And this was on, you know, Wednesday. So I don't think they're related. Tad, thank you for the follow, by the way. Ah, see, I messed up. Really? Okay. Comcast? Wait, what about Comcast? I didn't drop any frames. I also don't have Comcast anymore. Are you thinking Comcast issued the assassination attempt? Typically how, yeah, there's a decent sized gap in it. But yeah, as far as making the game look easy, I have over 1,000 hours in the game. This character alone has 300 and something hours on it. 325 hours on this character. So I've played the game a little bit. Got a little bit of experience. Oh, come on, I got jammed by the pillar. Feels bad, man. Not gonna go for that. Come on, I just need you to put your head forward, please. I could go for the YOLO plunge. There we go. Really? Is his head just further out now? That might be it. Gonna go for it. It's such a weird YOLO plunge. Cause you basically run and like do it straight in line with the pillar there. It just kinda, you have to just delay it a little bit and wait for his head to come up beside you. It's really, really funky. Now you tried that, it didn't work. So normally what you would want is for him to do the straightforward head breath, and you do a charging R2, and you just do like a little, you run up on the ledge and you hook it back and jump and you get it. The time he did it to me, his head was too far to the side because I had screwed it up initially. But yeah, that's normally what you want in order to do it. If he does the side-to-side one, it's a different setup because you have to... If you do it in too much, you'll actually just miss the head portion, and so you won't get the plunge. You'll either get pushed by it or miss entirely. So the way I did it there, you have to like not jump back towards him, but jump kind of in a line with the wall there. And if you get the timing right, you'll still get it off. But it just saves the convenience, or saves you the time of going through. It's quite convenient once you learn how to do it. Alright. So far, so good. Yeah, so this weapon's not bad. I don't think I would say it's the best halberd. But honestly, it's been a while since I've used any of the other halberds. Split leaf is probably the best, because you can buff it and such. This has the downside of no buffs because it's a twinkling titanite weapon. Okay, I guess we're not sitting. Da, 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 da. Probably need to refill my water after this. It's so weird that it's only 8 o'clock because I started like 2 hours early, or not 2 hours, an hour and a half early. It's so weird. I'm gonna have so much time. I could almost do another run, but I'm not going to. We'll probably switch up to something else. Just a tad early. Damn it. You would think with the reach on this thing, I'd still be able to get that. No idea why I went there. Oh, only 2 a.m. Don't make it sound too early. To be fair, this is 1:30 a.m. Central European time is when I normally start, so not the most European friendly stream here. At least on the weekdays. On weekends I am able to get in daytime EU streams. This boss always makes you want chicken. Chicken makes me sick. It's 6 where you are. Wait, Leaf, what, where are you at? Are you saying 6 a.m. or p.m.? Because that's either Mountain Standard Time Zone or some time zone in East Europe, West Asia that I'm not familiar with. Okay. No, I had chicken today, but it was chicken from my apartment, so I trust it. Yes, kick, show him. Yeah, we had it was called chicken parm soup. It's basically just noodles and chicken with lots of cheese and sauce. But it was yummy. Ooh. wasn't really expecting that there. Buff. I rolled, you shit. Just had a Dr. Pepper barbecue bacon burger with cheese fries and fried pickles. Nothing too fancy. Eat early like an old man. I ate at like 4 o'clock today because I stayed home from work and I was hungry. So I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna eat now. Normally I ate like 6, but that's because I leave work at 5, and by the time I can get home and make food, unless Catherine's made food already. Cereal at 2 a.m. Living the life. Oh yeah, you are. Oh yeah. I love cereal, man. Cereal's so good. I mean, I guess all depending on what kind of cereal you have. There are bad cereals, but yeah, late night cereal. It's good stuff. That's good stuff. That was a pretty common thing at my best friend's house. We'd be up late doing stuff, and then we'd just be like, "Yo, let's have some cereal." Arthur Castle. But yeah, we would have like chocolate checks and stuff late at night. That or we'd have some Pop-Tarts and stuff, but normally it was cereal. We'd just get out a giant box of cereal, 2 bowls, and just have the gallon of milk on the table, and we'd just like pass it back and forth, and we'd each have like 3 or 4 bowls. Well freaking worth it. Ugh. I mean, that's what happens when you don't kill those other guys. City Minis, that sounds like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch kind of deal. Sounds good to me. Sounds freaking good to me. Applejacks the other days was very happy. First time you had that cereal in years. Wait, that's the first time you've had cereal in general in years? Dude, I have Applejacks right now. I'm finishing off my bag. We bought the giant 3-pack of like variety cereal at Costco. So it's like a huge bag of Applejacks, a huge bag of, I don't even know what the other one, Lucky Charms maybe? Something like that. That one's for Catherine. I have no interest. That or it's like a Fruity Pebbles type thing. And then we have like chocolate Rice Krispies. So I was quite happy to have that. I hadn't had it in so long. I had been going with chocolate checks, which are fantastic, by the way, and what was it? Chocolate checks and Cinnamon Toast Crunch were my go-tos. Do you not eat an entire box of Fruity Pebbles in one sitting? Yes, that is one meal. It's one portion of food. I've never been a fruity, just anything kind of person. Always been more up the chocolate alley when it comes to cereal. Although I do like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I do like Honey Nut Cheerios. Can't eat regular Cheerios for the life of me, that's just disgusting. Frosted Flakes are alright. So I'm more of in like the, yeah. Frosty chocolate, all that. There are some other variants of Cheerios that I liked growing up. I like Rice Krispies, those are good. Big fruit eater. See, I only in general like a handful of fruits. I don't know, there are some flavors and whatnot that I like for like juices and such, but as far as like food flavor things, I think I only really like fruit flavor stuff when it's so like it's candy. Reese's Puffs are good. I don't actually know if I've had Reese's Puffs. If I have, it's been a really long time. But I'm just a huge fan of chocolate in general. So like chocolate in milk, it's pretty good. I missed. Didn't have as much range as I was hoping for it to have. Drink it slow like a dessert. You gotta savor it, man. Enjoy that deliciousness. Oh, maybe that's what I need to try is on the, oh wow, I rolled that way too early. I was gonna say on that 3-piece there, I should try the weapon art. That's what happens if you don't roll that though, by the way. And that's what happens if you try and heal, punish, or that's, yeah. So what happens if you try and heal and you don't have the right timing on it, he'll just punish you. Very sloppy on my part. Eat them with water, that's disgusting. Ugh, cereal does not go in water. I would sooner eat dry cereal, which honestly for some cereals isn't that bad. But I would sooner eat dry cereal than put my cereal in water. Disgusting. I once poured orange juice in my cereal bowl, but that was just entirely an accident. What's up, Soul Sacrifice? I'm not invading, no. What's the point of running through new games? Because I like fighting the bosses? Plus, it's also really nice to have a character with, like, everything. I also do a different cosplay every single time. So if you do exclamation cosplays, you can see a list of all the runs I've done. You don't drink milk much because your ulcers don't like a lot of dairy? Oh, that's gotta be rough. That's gotta be rough, man. I have, like, slight lactose intolerance, so I can put up with a bowl of cereal, but much else past that, my body does not necessarily appreciate it. No point in a cosplay if you're not invading? I wouldn't say that. I mean, you get to use the moveset of it and fight all the bosses with it on the max difficulty. I'm personally not a huge fan of the PvP. Ah, that was early. Fuck. I hate these thralls, man. I hate them. Ooh, that was close. Rufero, how are you doing? See any signs or invade anybody at this soul level? Yeah, because soul level for invasions is a range, which I believe is percentage based. You know, plus or minus. So at a certain point, you'll be able to at a certain soul level, you'll be able to reach max soul level invasions. Because it starts to... The range starts to get pretty wide as far as I'm aware. So spoiled with all these darn no-hit runners. When you see someone take a hit, you cringe. Yeah, well, I try my best not to get hit, but... I more or less am a minimal death runner. Like, this run has 0 deaths on it, but I also am not taking precautions. I'm not taking every precaution, let's say, to not get hit, right? So, like, now we've got these thralls on me. I'm not... That whole situation was a little bit funky. I didn't throw the skull because of it, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not dying a lot, but I'm definitely not taking every precaution to not get hit. Yeah, we're cruising along here. So much adept style in Gen U that whenever you see me dodge someone perfectly, expect me to start running into a special attack. I could try and make it like that. Could try and get successful dodges and always punish, but I don't think that would actually go my way most of the time. Those little guys want a hug? They can go find their hug elsewhere. It's a big no thanks from me. I want nothing to do with it. See ya. Actually, I think for a while I've been just not throwing a skull there. But yeah, it's just... If you're not intending to go for no hits, you're gonna... Just naturally, you're gonna take more hits. Unless you took every precaution necessary. But like Irithil, I run through Irithil. I don't kill any of the Pontiff Knights, I just sprint through the place. You know, Archives, I don't bait out the Gargoyle as much, I just kind of run and see what he does, and you just try and roll it. Because I know that I can survive at least a hit. Yeah, maybe 2 or 3, depending on what enemy it is and what my armor situation is like. So... I don't know, I could try and do... Yeah, I could try and run this like a no-hit run. Yeah, but it ends up taking a lot more time. Just by the nature of it, right? You have a lot more on the safety strat side. I try and speed things up a little bit, because you are on max new game, so fights take a bit longer. Hey Sawan, how are you doing? New Souls-like games coming out? I think there was just one. It was like an FPS, or maybe it was a third-person shooter. Immortal Unchained is apparently supposed to be Souls-like. Sekiro is coming out in March from FromSoft and Miyazaki. I'm not too sure otherwise. I think there's supposed to be another game or two that are Souls-like, but honestly, I just hate the Souls-like tag because people make too many direct comparisons and it's not really fair to it, I don't think. I might have to go with rolling R1s because the regular R1 seems pretty lengthy. Yeah, I feel like I gotta go for that. Doesn't have quite the range, but... I'm surprised there weren't any counter hits on that. Though I expected there to be. New vampire game, samurai game. There's an independent boss run version coming out. Indie dev. Okay. Yeah, see, like I don't really try and keep up with that. It's just if I hear about it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much AR? I can take a look after this. I mean, the two-hand doesn't matter for the 99 strength, right? Because that stops at 66. PlayStation Classic? I did. I didn't look into all of the different games, though, that it's going to have. You know, it'd be cool, though, if PlayStation just offered backwards compatibility. Because Xbox will never do an Xbox Classic, because you can play a lot of Xbox games on Xbox One. It's one thing that they've done right. Martin Sapper, what's up? I have not played the Dark Souls board game. I've watched a few streamers play it, but I don't have anybody to play it with myself, so no point in me getting it. Probably gonna go for the weapon art kill. Oh no, I missed. That didn't do nearly as much. I also didn't really notice how much health they were at. Oh, that's fun. Well, rip no hit fight. That's cheap. Oh my god. That's what, 3 in a row now? That's cheap. That's cheap, man. But AR on this is 700. That's with Lloyd's sword ring on. Obviously, you could expect this to be better, right? If you're not doing the cosplay, you can put on Flynn's ring. You know, you can manipulate it a little bit more. But with the current setup, 700 AR is what we're working with. So that means Cinder is left and the DLCs. So I'm going to go to Cleansing Chapel. And then we'll hit up DLC 1. I am going to take a brief break here. Run to the bathroom and grab a drink. Come on over, you have it? Oh yeah, no, I'll be over in a few minutes. You can buy it, you can play those on emulators. Some people like having the physical piece of equipment, and I don't know, there's recently been a big shutdown on ROMs and stuff, so I don't know. When you get that, you're guaranteed that everything's gonna work properly. And personally, like, I like using, if I can, and it's cheap, I like using the physical hardware. You know, at least with an emulator, like, I would want to use a PlayStation controller. It would feel weird to use Xbox. You know, like, with an N64 emulation, I would want to at least have a PC, you know, a USB version of the N64 controller. It's just personal preference. Everybody has, everybody has their own. That's why it's called personal preference. But I'll be back in a few moments, guys. Enjoy the sounds of the bonfire. We back. We back. But yeah, I apologize, Dr. Brickslayer, for not saying hi. Did I just say Slayer? Bricklayer for not saying hi before I left. I missed it. My bad. Still feels like a cash grab? Well, everything's a cash grab, technically speaking. It's also a copy of what Nintendo has now done twice already, right? With releasing their Nintendo, their NES Classic and their Super Nintendo Classic. I think it feels a little bit weirder from PlayStation because that's nowhere near as old as those other two systems. Right, those are old cartridge-based systems that are getting, you know, some re-release stuff. Plus, Nintendo is also offering, you know, NES games now on the Switch, which I think is awesome. And hopefully that library gets to be pretty expansive, because I think it's pretty cool to just be able to play those classic games on the go. Like, I think that's the biggest thing, is the mobile aspect of that. But I don't know, I'm curious to see how the PlayStation 1 turns out. Only have like 20 games? I think so. I think so. It's pretty limited, but to be fair, like, those games take up more space each, so I believe that's why. Yeah, your old cartridge-based games are not very large in size, so you can put a lot more in the same amount of hard drive space. So I'm not sure how big the memory is for the PlayStation Classic, but I need to take a look. Because I only saw, like, the main couple, and so, like, it said Final Fantasy VII, which I've played already, so I have, you know, it's on PC, so I have no desire to play that. I guess I'm just curious as to what else is on there that I haven't played but would want to. Because for me, and maybe this is a big part of it too, so, like, the old games for, like, Nintendo and Super Nintendo, like, those are all that old 8-bit style, like, that style is relatively timeless. But the stuff on PlayStation 1 is, like, early 3D gaming, and early 3D gaming has not aged very well. I mean, look at Final Fantasy VII, just as an example. Good game, yes, understandably so. But graphically speaking, terrible. In my opinion. Yeah, you look at the way the 3D nature of it looks. I would rather, like, remastered versions of individual games than going back and playing stuff that's just going to feel really dated. Like, I really enjoyed, you know, what we played it last year, I think it was, or was it 2 years ago now? We played Link to the Past, right? I really enjoy that style, right? Like, that old style of it is not aged as much. It's still enjoyable. But, like, I struggle even going back to, like, PS2 games. Some of them feel really clunky. Right, like, we're so used to much smoother 3D gameplay. Hey, Purple. Thank you for the host. Welcome back. How are you doing today? See, if you can get that, then that's pretty nice, just knocking him over. Roll it, I dare you, yeah. There it is. You ass. I hate this guy so much. I hate him. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Super edgy as a kid. First username was Swallow the Abyss. The Abyss. What's up, Bear? As a kid, yeah. Nice cover. Nice cover. It's like you still use that account. You could rename it, but you choose to keep it the same. I don't really like this positioning underneath, though. I really don't like it. Well, aside from food poisoning, I've been well, Bear. This past week has been a little bit on the rougher side. Sunburn into food poisoning. Now we're good. Now we're a lot better. Been using Midnight for as long as you can remember. I've been using Z-Colbster since like 5th grade. So 13 years now. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy that it's been that long. Oh, but yeah, this was like the first username I think that I ever like really had to come up with. So like I made my first email and username and just everything went from there. Is your tag for Smash tournaments? Been using that for like a year, maybe 2. I could look up exactly when you switched your name, Mikhail. Did you use Mikhail W13 prior to that for a long time? Okay. Yeah, I have a website that I use to check Twitch name changes, so I can see the exact date you did your name change. But that's how I initially met you in Faraz's stream. Not many. I don't think there's a ton of people that would remember you as such. I mean, there are a few that are still around that would, but it's crazy how things change over the course of years, you know? It's really awesome to see, though, like, how dedicated some people are to a stream, and they'll just be there for years on end. But yeah, just goes to show the volatility of Twitch, right? A lot of seasonal changes, so to speak. Which is why it's so impressive that some streamers stay as current as they do, and you know, it's what makes being partnered so hard. Is just having enough dedicated people or hitting that seasonal swing for a long enough period of time. Yeah, where you can actually get it. Like, I know somebody recently who had like a big influx and was doing, say, 200 something people every day, and now he peaks out at about 120, which it's still not bad. By no means are those bad numbers, but yeah, you can definitely gain a lot of hype and like momentum and a huge swing, and then all of a sudden it can fall off for whatever reason, whether it be time of year, because time of year is a big factor. Right, summer can be either really big for some people or really bad. And typically school time is is an inverted number for that. You know, people go to school and they don't have as much time, or they were busy over the summer and now they have time when they're back at school. I thought that would catch him for sure. The stupid backsteps, man. If you host like a pass, you have the ball, but still gotta work. Oh wow. Ah, come on. Yeah, and that's another thing too. Is, that's a little bit different. Yeah, if you get a big host, it's still you still have to do your job to get those people to stay or come back. Just fast enough. Oh wow, he hyper armors through that? Okay. I don't think that was gonna be enough to kill either way, but now we've got a pissed off tree, so that's fun. See ya. Can I have the... There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Daredevil season 3 is coming next month. Nice. That's a... Is Daredevil a Netflix? No. Is it? Is it Netflix or is that a standard TV show? Yeah, what's up, Realms? How you doing, man? It is Netflix? Okay. Because I know I've seen it around, but I couldn't remember if it was like a Netflix original or if it was like a regular TV show that just had some of its seasons put on Netflix. Incredibly good show. I have enough shows that I'm supposed to watch that came out years ago. I got too many TV shows and movies to catch up on. We're making our way through Big Bang Theory right now. But the app we were using, because you know we cool and have a jailbroken Fire Stick. That was, they shut down the app, or like not like the person that made it shut it down. So I was trying to find a replacement in the meantime. But yeah, my fiance and I have been started up on that. Bazinga! I actually don't think we've gotten to an episode where they've already said that yet. So I don't know when he introduces that catchphrase. But pro water reviewer, alright. Well, how are you doing, and what is the best kind of water? I need to know. Is it tap? Is it bottled? Who knows? I haven't been professionally trained in water reviewing. I don't think I even need to heal, but yeah. It's kind of a moot point. It's Evian? Well, are you the pro water reviewer? I think not. Deku, don't speak for them. Cold filtered in a store bottle with ice. But is there a brand? Because there are many filtered waters that I can buy at the store, make cold, and put the ice in the bottle. It's too open-ended. Don't know your life? You're right, I don't. I don't. Buy the most expensive bottle of water you can find, pour it out, fill with tap water. That sounds cost ineffective. That sounds cost ineffective. I will find somebody else who's already bought that bottle of water and drank it, and then I will take it, wash it, and fill it with water. Boom, money saved. You'll never even know. Water, thank you very much for that follow. Putting ice in the bottle is just diluting the artisan bottled water unless you make the ice with more of the same water bottle. Yeah. Well, if you put ice in it, it's going to overflow. So you dump some of it out, make ice out of it, insert it back into the bottle. Boom. It's cold. It's just science. Water cannibalism? If you mean making the water better by making it cold, then yes. It'd only be cannibalism if the water drank its own water. Water cryogen, yeah, we're just gonna preserve this a little bit longer. It's all about the cycle. Oh, thank you, Frida, for the backstep. No! That wasn't fast enough. Alright, 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 alright. Not blowing this now. I can get over it. You come back to life. Look at that. Look at that. There you are. There you are. Good luck with phase 3. I need more luck with phase 2 than I do phase 3. This phase sucks. This phase is just so tedious. And his bowl can kill you so fast. Very proud of his bowl? Well, if I had a bowl that big, I think I'd be pretty damn proud of it too. It's either cereal or soup. The only reason I say that it's not cereal is because it's clearly hot. And I don't know many people that have hot cereal. In fact, I don't think I know a single person that has hot cereal. Nice backstab, Frida. Thank you very much for that. It's porridge. Well, is she Goldilocks? And where are the 3 bears? Hot cereal is amazing. Wait, is that actually a thing? What cereal is good hot? Because I'm picturing like my Apple Jacks being hot, and that doesn't sound so good. Hot water and milk? Wait, what? Why not just hot milk? And why not just have oatmeal at that point? I'm stuck. What the hell was that? Camcorder Kid, he also loves a good bowl of hot cereal. Okay, so cornflakes work as a hot cereal. But like, what else? Because I can't imagine every cereal working well as a hot cereal. I don't know, I like my cereal cold. I like cold milk with my cereal. That's plain Cheerios. No, nothing makes plain Cheerios good. They cannot be saved. They're for old people with cholesterol problems. Hey, Yokins. Welcome back. Rice Bubbles? Like Rice Krispies? I like Rice Krispies. I can see how they'd be alright hot, because like you have like a hot Rice Krispie treat. I can understand that. Like her dad? No, because it's Father Ariandel is in like a church type setting, right? And Sister Frida, so she's like a nun, I believe. Ah yes, nice backstab, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't exactly call her a ninja. She's a very, mobile. Well-trained nun, maybe? Mayhaps? I wonder if you have to get a fully charged R2 in order to get the knockover. Because that just does a little stagger bit. Ah, yes. Backstabs. Kappa. Get shot. So much hopping. Boop. And you're dead. Ugh. A little bit delayed there on the death acting, Frida. A little bit delayed. Hey Zoe, welcome back. How have you been? What game have you played that each hit... What? You what, mate? You what? Eating, hair removing, or adding honey or maple? I don't even know the context of that statement. Uber busy lately? Well, I'm glad you've been good. Sometimes busy is not so bad. But it is nice to have a break from the hustle and bustle every once in a while. Aside from sunburn and food poisoning, I've been good. I've been good. It's really weird to be like, yeah, I'm good, and then be like, oh right, I just had food poisoning yesterday, and kind of today. I'm good though. I'm good. Well, might think I've done this before? New game plus 73. I think I've done it at least once. That's just on this character. I mean, to be fair though, I did do this DLC blind soul level 1. That was an experience. At least this boss was. The rest of it wasn't so bad. But Demon Prince was, that was going to hell and back. It's a nice way to say it. It's 11 hours. 11 hours to be Demon Prince. And that's not including the exploration before and during. Hesitant to jump into Bloodborne, why is that? Don't be scared. Okay, I didn't time that right. Don't die. I really don't want to die, mostly because I haven't died yet. So it'd be kind of nice to have a deathless run. To be able to do damage to SL1, special combinations, raw broadsword. There's some other setups. Like, I just did soul level 1 new game plus 7. Just much more efficient than my regular soul level 1 playthrough. I just jinxed it? Oh, I absolutely just jinxed it. But so my blind playthrough of the DLC, I think for 2 fights I used raw broadsword, and for 2 fights I used the raw Millwood battle axe. But for SL1 New Game Plus 7, Demon Prince, I used the Flamberge in first phase and the Bandit Knife in second phase, blood infused. So good. Bleed weapons on Demon Prince are disgusting. Especially because the Bandit Knife is so fast. It was a cakewalk. You want a mod to make all sliced the derp one you got.
Enjoyed your commentary during the tournament. Have fun with the cosplay runs. I sleep.
Dopamine, thank you for the bits, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the commentary. Thank you for the kind words, dude. Sleep well. Raw does much more damage since it's no longer scaling with crap SO1 set. Yeah. So that's the whole reason you'll see, for most things, at SL1, you'll see people use raw infusion. Because raw takes away scaling and just gives it a flat damage. So unless you use rings that are boosting, which are why you use sharp for a couple things at SL1, if you've got a specific build for it. If you're not using those rings, you're gonna want to go raw. I rolled that, but okay. Yeah, Dark Souls is the one thing you can... Can my rolls stop being stored, please? Dark Souls is the one thing you can go raw in without repercussion. In fact, it's preferable. At least for SL1. But yeah, like, there are some weapons that, like, you'll use the Hunter's Ring and the Karthus Milk Ring, per se, and you'll have 17 decks with that, and in that case, it's actually better to use Sharp. Hey, Livy. What do you mean already? We've been doing these runs pretty infrequently lately. If I kept up the pace I was going with these, we could be over NG plus 100 easily. But I've been trying to get into some more variety and find my way with that. Current NG plus record, Tony One Kenobi just hit NG plus, or just finished NG plus 999 a week or two ago. That would be the record. I don't think he did NG plus 1000 on it though, so he's finished 1,000 playthroughs on a single character. Lapeel, thank you very much for the follow, man. It's a name I recognize from Kimps. We got, what, 2 hits left on you? I don't think we even have, like, a really fast cast time to do lightning arrow. You missed all of them since NG plus 50? Gotcha. Well, they're all on YouTube if you really care that much about them, but yeah, it's been a bit of time since we've done a cosplay run. Yes, kick. That'll show him. Rob, thank you for the bits, man. How long did that take him? He had basically been working on that since the game came out. So April 2016, 2.5 years. Now he didn't play it every day, but I think what he did once he got to like max level is, I think it was about 3 any% runs a night, but he would do some nights with an all bosses run. He would do some other games sometimes, a PvP night. So if he had gone strictly with it, he could have shaved off a little bit of time, I believe, but I don't know how much time he could have shaved exactly. All right, that's my bad. Little bit of greed. Just a healthy amount. Just a healthy amount. I find Count Moobots to sleep. Purple, have you been drinking? I hate this attack. Hamilton reference? That's the musical with like the rap and stuff, right? Oh. I do need to watch it on my stamina a little bit here. Especially because some of these attacks a little bit heavy on the stamina consumption. Uh-oh, this is not good. God, I hate that. Because when he goes into the wall, it like throws everything off. This is a cultured stream now? Are you implying that we were never cultured before? I am offended. I'm not very cultured. I know very little. I'm not a man of the arts. Whoops. I play the same video games all the time. Souls is art. I mean, isn't anything really art? I mean, look at modern art, for example. Realms, thanks for those, dude. That was... Who is the Dark Soul? I am the Dark Soul. I'm Batman. Get out of here. If you can have any Souls ring but purely Antarctic. I would prefer the Arctic ring, personally. Ah, that fight gets fun. That's the attack I hate the most, because you have to roll it really late. If you roll it too early, you'll roll the first part of it, but there's basically 2 hitboxes to that attack. One when he hits the ground, and then there's like a slightly delayed explosion on it. That's about the food poisoning. I'm feeling a lot better. I still like have like slight, like my stomach still feels slightly off from time to time, but not like sickly, just kind of like a ooh. So hopefully that's fully passed by tomorrow. But that was like part of the reason I didn't go into work today, because I didn't want to risk like having to, yeah. having to throw up or anything disgusting. Obscure, welcome back. What the hell is that emote? That looks like a pumpkin Lego head with a really bizarre face. And that's just a really wild guess. Usually sacrifices fix bugs? You have no idea what is... It's just high. It's just a high emote. Well, it's interesting to say the least. I don't know, it looks kind of Lego-y, but at the same time, the like shoulders don't look like it leads into a Lego body. It looks like it leads into some weird animated thing. So I'm not so sure how to feel about it. Should be food poisoned all year. Well, I think eventually they'd catch on to it, you know? A serve bot from Mega Man. Well, I've never played Mega Man, so that's why I wouldn't know. "24 more emotes, soon TM." Wait, did they just get partnered? Or are they making 24 emotes that look very similar to that? Because that sounds terrifying. Maybe my boss is watching right now? I mean, I think my boss... my boss knows I stream, but I don't think he knows my username, so I doubtful. There are only a couple people from my work that know my Twitch URL, and I don't think any of them watch. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Be kind of weird. Some on the BTTV on his channel that are not similar. Oh, congrats. I mean, congrats to them for getting partnered. It's a job well done. Maybe they just, I mean, that's the brilliant thing about Twitch, right? Anybody can lurk in your stream and you'll have no idea. If they never say anything, you never know their username, who knows? Maybe they're Commander Root Kappa. And these bot accounts are getting way out of hand, though. Because I think it's getting to the point now where some aren't even collecting data. They're purely in your channel to generate interest in their channel. So, like, oh, I see this name in my chat all the time, let me go check it out. Oh, hey, they have a channel, let me follow them and take a look. But most of them turn into like that follow for follow, lurk for lurk, which the stupid thing with that is, yeah, you can dupe somebody and just be like, yeah, lurk for lurk, and then you just put a chat bot in their stream with your name and ta-da, you've lurked. But that doesn't provide them with a viewer, that just provides them with another bot in their chat. It's the stupidest shit. And Purple, what do you got against Moobot, man? What did Moobot do to you? And before my boss is Z-Botster. That'd be Z-Boster. It's close, but not quite the same. That's the thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It all started with electrical skateboard, and then things went downhill from there. It was literally one person had the bright idea to farm their IRC client out into a bunch of channels, and then people started taking notice of that, and it spiraled out from there. Although electrical skateboard doesn't keep up the host thing anymore, which I don't know if that's just like a Twitch API change and they haven't updated it, but yeah, they haven't been doing that, I don't think. But it's just really dumb because it just, people get all these views they get all these names in their chats when they're starting out, and they're like, oh my god, like I have these viewers that it's like a false sense of accomplishment for new streamers, and it's really annoying for like other streamers to have to go through their bot and blacklist them from currency and stuff, so that they don't show up in their stream leaderboards, right, for numbers of hours spent and amount of currency had. Try to visit everyone, but a lot of people you watch stream at the same time. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna happen though, because typically, like, your free time when you can watch streams is when you find people. So normally the people that you watch are all gonna be during that, unless you watch a large spectrum of the day, which I tend to. So like, I have people on all the time. You know, and I can cycle through a fair number of people throughout the day. But I absolutely understand that. And I appreciate you taking the time to visit over here. Of course. Oh, that is some nice damage on the deer. Uh-huh. Follow quite a few people. I follow a couple hundred at this point, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what I'm up to, though. Yeah, watching all day is the best. I'm like fortunate to be able to watch at work, and then I've been watching less now that I've moved in with my fiance, so like spend time with her when I get home where I would normally watch streams. But for the most part, I get to watch for a large amount of the day, and then I'll watch for like a little bit. After I finish streaming. I tend to host somebody up and watch them for a little bit before I go to bed. Are you going somewhere? I think Purple is Purple's a little bit possibly intoxicated right now, because 95% of the things he said have not made sense to me. Kill him here, does it affect the boss fight? You have to kill him here to knock him into the boss fight. If you don't do this, you can't fight Midir. Watch streams together? I mean, we've watched a few streams together, but not much. That's our time to, like, hang out and catch up on TV shows and such. Watch some movies. If I keep watching streams, how am I supposed to watch all these movies and TV shows that you guys keep telling me to watch? Doesn't add up, you guys. You guys act like I have more than 24 hours in a day. I just don't have the time. Stop sleeping. It's overrated. Who needs it? Hey man, I wish I could sleep less. Give me more time to stream. Then I could stream 8 hours every day and work 8 hours every day. And spend time with my girlfriend. Fiance. Fancy words, whatever. That'd be nice. Sleep takes up about 6 hours out of my day, but unfortunately the human body needs it to function. So picture in picture. Oh man, I remember the old days with TVs in their picture in picture mode. Yeah, it was so tiny though. I don't remember how you could even actually tell what was going on in the other one. It was good for like sports games though, like if you just wanted to keep an eye on things. If you just wanted to like keep an eye on the sports game, then it was fine. Living proof that needing sleep is a lie. But are you functioning at your highest potential all the time? That's the real question. That's the real kicker. Now for the best fight in the game. The fullest of sarcasms intended. Your kid would probably be dead by now. Fair point. A fair point. Better than Deacons? I don't know. I think I almost find Deacons to be better. At least you can use Alluring Skulls on Deacons. That's one plus to that fight over this. I don't know, this is just so infuriating most of the time. And it's the combination, because it's definitely the Painting Guardian is a huge downside to it. But like when you've got higher damage, it's not as bad. Oh, I was not in the right spot. Rip. For some reason I thought I didn't have to be as close. You and the wife got married? Use the wife elect. I'm sure she'd love that name. I don't know, the name fiance is just too, I don't know, girlfriend and wife, like those ones are easy. Fiance is just like a weird intermediary stage of having to call somebody that is like, yeah, me and my fiance. It's like I'm ready to just say wife. It's gonna be so much easier. One syllable? Come on. Aren't even married? It's my husband, my wife. Papers are overrated. Oh, what? After a certain number of years living together, you guys could be like, this is my domestic partner. That could be fun to always say to people. There he is. What's up, asshole? No. Damn you. I hate this boss. This is why I hate this boss. Deacons doesn't do this to you. Deacons doesn't put things in your forehead. Well, it's also... it's not fun. I don't like any of the Souls, like, PvP fights. NPC-sized bosses just piss me off. Giant wolf boss fight in Ashes of Ada? Exactly. The wolf itself, fine. The Grave Tender, I hate him. It's so bad. It's just annoying, honestly. There's a reason why I had zero shame in cheesing this boss with the Storyteller staff on NG+7 SL1. Zero shame in not doing the quote-unquote legitimate half-light. Like, honestly, what is this garbage? It's like, oh, you'd like to roll away to get some spacing? Nah. Are Pop In not allowed to laugh at you? I laugh at everybody. Nah. I'll try not to laugh. How? Get out of here. Piece of crap. Piece of crap. Hate it. Hate it so much. Because normally there's like a joy to beating a boss. You finish that boss just still angry. You're just like, ah. Hate it. Hey Grayson, what's up, man? I am well. I am well. We finished, or we were able to start early. That's why we're almost through this run at 9:16. Gotta have dinner and then sleep. All right, Livy. Thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your food and enjoy your sleep. I'll catch you later. Can laugh just not when you start crying? Okay, we'll cry together. It's okay to feel sad sometimes. Filianore. Oh wait, I'm a knight of Filianore. I can help. Got him.
Filianore, help me.
No, debated. That's what. Get wrecked, kid. Get fucking wrecked. Boss fight. Yeah. Give you the upskirt to start the fight. You can thank me later. You can thank me later. Damn, we got so much time to play something else afterwards. This is weird. The question is what? Do I want to do some Path of Exile? Switch it up to something else instead? I don't know. I have this hurts and is so annoying. I've got basically I got like this pimple on my neck, but it's right where my headphones sit. It's a pain because then when I move my headphones, like it hurts. Look at that sick damage. Yeah. And I can't poison them, so that's fun. Pop it on stream. It's like, it really doesn't even have a head on it. I tried to pop it earlier, which is like the worst thing that could happen with one. Use moleskin? I've never heard of that, so I definitely don't have any. I need to at some point try the like strafe strats on Gale.
This thy hand grenade, but with it thou mayst blow thy enemies to tiny bits in thy massing.
Edicall, thank you for the follow. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. Speaking the language of the gods, is that why I don't understand it? That makes so much more sense. It's for blisters, gotcha. He's really staggering quite a bit. Isn't this somewhat ironic, though? Shira fighting Gale. I think we're supposed to be on the same team. There it is. Now for my favorite phase, we'll just stand out here and lightning arrow. He's gonna... see, I was expecting arrows to start. I guess wrong. So I'm fine with guessing wrong on that. Yeah, what's up, Cyril? How are you doing, man? I don't know why I did that. That's clearly something that he can three-piece into, so... I'm doing well. Mostly recovered from this food poisoning, so I didn't go into work today either. So I got a lot of stuff done around the apartment. A bunch of cleaning and laundry and whatnot, which made my fiance very happy. And Super Sunburst, yeah. We're good now. We're in the recovery stages of both. Sunburn is peeling away. I'm not puking anymore, so. What's up, K-Dub? How are you doing, man? I'm red? You don't say. Yeah, I got sunburned on Saturday. Started to peel 2 days ago. Yesterday I just committed to it and did like a full facial scrub in the shower. I was like, yeah, we're... Oh, good. Yes, excellent. I'm like, we're just gonna peel my face off, basically. Went swimming once over the summer, got burnt, never went again. It's like, nope, that's enough of that. Yeah, you don't want to risk it. Now, the problem was we went outside and it wasn't supposed to be sunny and hot, and then it ended up being, so we didn't have sunblock on or anything. We got punished.
You must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring.
Jasuo, thank you for the follow. Let me know if I'm saying that right. Sunburn sounds horrible. Yeah, sunburn's not fun. At least not this much sunburn. Like a little bit of sunburn is fine. This, I got pretty burnt. I got pretty darn burnt. But used a bunch of aloe and stuff, so it helps, but it still peels. Get one of those hats. See, the funny thing is, like, I have hats. I just hate wearing hats because I don't look good in them, so I don't wear them. Once in your youth, determined never ever again, especially now. Oh my god, so many lightning in this fight. I normally don't get hit by lightning that much. Yeah, I've been burned a few times growing up. This is the first time that like my face has been fully burnt. It's normally my shoulders. Like at the beach or at the pool, I'll get burnt in the shoulders, but this was my face and legs, so it was not what I was used to. Much more annoying. Wear a fedora? I do not own a fedora. Are you insinuating that I need to go buy one now? A fedora would be good for the next boss fight. Midir. Never enough cringe. Ah! Didn't get to time that right. What a fight. I love Gale. Gale is my favorite fight. Midir's right behind it, but Gale's just such a damn good fight. Two more? I could try and kill him with lightning. I might try and kill him with lightning. I don't know how to properly bait him into it though. I'm gonna get myself killed in the process. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna risk a deathless run just for this, just for being a show off. So hard for you? It's just a lot of practice. That's really all it comes down to, at least for me. Although so when I beat in Blind Soul level 1, it only took me about 3.5 hours to get the kill. But I was very, very patient with the fight and was basically baiting out individual attacks for the entire thing. So I think my kill was about 17 minutes. I think it was a 17-minute kill, so it was just like a super patient fight. Very repetitive. Very repetitive. I'd have to look, but I want to say it was about 17.5 minutes.
Oh, she turned me into a newt. A newt.
I got better. Mordalwin, thank you for the follow. Could not keep attention that long. Well, what's crazy is like, you know, then with all that knowledge and whatnot and experience since then, New Game Plus 7 SL1 Gale was significantly shorter. Black Flame Frida was the limit where you can get that awareness, 6.5 on that fight. I think my blind SL1 kill was about 9 minutes and something seconds. It might have been close to 10 minutes long. It was at least 9.5. Again, with like, I think second phase is where I lost a lot of time. I think second phase was the big chunk of it. Because it's just so slow. Hey, Sonic. Path of Exile's been good. I haven't played in a little while, so we're still on Act 2. I don't think I played Path of Exile since sometime last week. We played Pokemon Sunday and Monday. Tuesday I did Dark Souls 3 no-hit commentary. Wednesday I didn't stream. You're so annoyed you're getting ganked by Frida? That's like just strafing around the rune, trying to get the two separated so you can attack Ariandel. And even with attacking him, you can only get in a handful of attacks. Basically like 1 or 2 safely. Maybe 3 depending on what opening you get before you have to space it again. Participate in the no-hit tournament? Well, so I'm busy Friday and Saturday, and I don't want to commit to something if I end up playing well and get to the end of it. So, like, change of plans that I can now stream on Friday, but Saturday I wouldn't be able to, and so I don't want to commit to something that I might have to forfeit out of. So that's why I haven't participated in any of the tournaments. Your patience knows no bounds. I feel you on that, man. Fun busy. My days off are my fiance's days off. So if I'm not streaming on a day, it's normally because I'm spending time with her. Some good competition? I don't know, man. I don't know. Some of those people, like, they're no-hitting shit consistently. I could get sub 10 runs, maybe sub 5 here or there, but it's been a while since I've tried to just do no-hits. Hey, Assmunch, welcome back. 100% shiny dex speedrun. Not doing it, man. You can't make me. You can't make me. Does anybody even have a 100% shiny Pokedex? After all these years, I feel like that's super ridiculous time-wise. A whole $1? Ooh, that might be worth it. That's a pretty good deal. I ran too far. I wasn't expecting him to rotate like that. Whoops. Oh yeah, it's gotta be a shiny dollar. You know, in commemoration for the shiny. But I guess that would just be like a golden dollar coin, right? Or maybe even a silver dollar? Other than the evolutions. I like the evolutions. If you have a shiny, when it evolves, it is also shiny then, right? It doesn't lose its shininess. What am I doing? You don't punish that, dumbass. 2018 Canadian Looney? Is that where Looney Tunes come from? Are Looney Tunes a product of Canada? Dark Souls lore finds video not by body. What does the world come to in 2018? Close Mike's British guy? Is it Paragon DS? Silvermont, never heard of him. Wasn't that into Pokemon? Moon was the first one you ever beat, but you don't have shinies. I don't think I've ever gotten a shiny, but I've never hunted for them either. First result for Alva and Zuli, gotcha. Gotcha. Bye-bye. You gotten exactly one shiny? See, the thing is, I honestly could have gotten a shiny as a kid and just not known. Gwyn with the lightning arrow? Gwyn doesn't have lightning, man. I mean, technically speaking, Gwyn threw lightning bolts at dragons, but in DS1, if he threw lightning bolts at you and also had the cross range, he would be even harder than he already is. So Monster, the guy who really got you into Dark Souls lore? See, I've never been like a lore guy. I mean, I've picked up on things obviously just from playing the game and talking with people. But some people like are very much into the lore. I care more about the gameplay and such. Hey Alex, doing a Desert Pyromancer cosplay? That one was actually fun. The Desert Pyromancer Zoe, the Flame Fan, was surprisingly good against like NPC bosses. You stagger lock them with it. You can actually stagger lock Frida, which is pretty cool. So I don't think there's anything else I've seen that can do that. At least the chest piece, just trying to work out your cleavage situation. Found a shiny Deerling and a shiny Mawile. But after that, your game froze and you lost your shiny Mawile. Aw, damn. That sucks, man. Where's that at? If you kill Desert Pyromancer Zoe, I believe you get it. So in the DLC before Demon Prince, that swamp area over to the right, there's another angel that's flying above it. If you go up the trees in the back corner, you'll come across the Desert Pyromancer Zoe NPC. She's not an invasion, but you have to kill her, I believe, to get the pyromancy. I believe she drops it. Like, I think it's a drop on the ground after you kill her. Hey, Onamander, welcome back. Like, I think it's just on the ground in a spot over there after you killed her. But I'm fairly certain that's where Flame Fan comes from. Yeah, it's Flame Fan. For proper cosplayage. Got pretty close with the Profane Greatsword. But you're looking at lore because you want to do so. Oh, okay. Anything related to the game soundtrack-wise to incorporate into your song, or just like lyrics having to do with the lore? Is Gwyn the Soul of Cinder? So Soul of Cinder is a culmination of all the Lords of Cinder before him. That's why his second phase is basically Gwyn, because he's one of the Lords of Cinder, right? But that's why there's so many... That's why he has these different phase transitions. Second phase. Just lyrics in this case. Sort of a thing that felt how Dark Souls feels. So you wrote a song that you have to listen to a bunch of times in order to enjoy it. It makes you angry and frustrated. I have done a Havel cosplay. Your DS1 character is in there? Are you a Lord of Cinder now? I guess if you beat Gwyn, you become the next Lord of Cinder, right? Soul Cinder cosplay? If you do exclamation cosplays, you can see a list of all the ones I've done. I've done a lot of the standard ones, especially bosses. Oh, that sucks. Getting a stagger and I can't even punish it. Certain depressed sadness to the settings of Dark Souls. Yeah, there's nothing. The song has to be in the minor key. I actually don't know if that's true, but yeah, there's a certain tone about a lot of the music in the game. There's not really an upbeat. Ah, plural nudes, cosplays. A no-hit Cinder fight, and a deathless new game plus 73 run. Shira, congratulations, you are the new winner on Dark Souls 3.